Hello everyone, I am Surendra Jain, Master Teacher in Vedantu. I am presenting you the solutions of JEE Advanced 2020. This is question number 14 from the paper 1. This question is from the topic sequencing series where JEE Advanced has given additional concept of number system to be used in this question to solve it, which makes this question little challenging, interesting, and we expect from JEE to give at least one or two questions every year in their paper. Let us see what this question is. Let a1, a2, a3 and so on be a sequence of positive integer in AP with common difference 2. Also b1, b2, b3 and so on be sequence of positive integers in GP with common ratio 2. If a1 equal to b1 equal to c, then number of all possible values of c, for which the equality on the left hand side they have given 2 times sum of n terms of the AP. On the right hand side they have given sum of n terms of the GP holds for some positive integer n is. Let us see how to solve this question. So in this equation we can directly write the formula for sum of n terms. It will be 2 into n by 2 into 2c. C is the first term plus n minus 1 into d, and d here is given to us as 2, and on the right hand side sum of n terms of GP, first term is c into 2 raised to the power n minus 1 upon 2 minus 1, as common ratio is also 2. So we get 2n into c minus c plus n minus 1 equal to c into 2 raised to the power n minus 1. So this becomes 2n into n minus 1 equal to c into 2 raised to the power n minus 2n minus 1. Now one very important thing here to notice is that this bracket is odd number. Why odd number? Because 2 raised to the power n and 2n they both are even. Minus 1 we are doing, so it will be odd number. On the right hand side, on the left hand side, sorry, if you see n into n minus 1, it is the product of two consecutive integers. So it has to be even number because one will be even, one will be odd. So this n into n minus 1 is even number, and this entire left hand side is multiple of 4. So we can now say that because left hand side is equal to right hand side, and on the right hand side we have c into odd number, so this c has to be multiple of 4, where k will be any natural number, because we are given all these numbers a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, they all are positive integers. So this will be starting from 4. It will be starting from 4. So c has to be greater than or equal to 4. So this is one part of this question. Now next I will try to see what values of n are possible to give me the sum on both sides to become equal. So let us see how we can at least reduce some values of n, so that to know what n it will satisfy, these left hand side will become equal to right hand side, it is possible. So here you can notice that your left hand side here is sum of AP with common difference 2. If I include 2 also inside it, that common difference can be considered to be 4. On the right hand side, this is a GP with common ratio 2, which means your right hand side, the terms will be increasing very fast as compared to terms on the series in left hand side, because on the right hand side terms are becoming double. So it looks like after certain value of n, it will become impossible for these two series to become equal. Okay, I will tell you this through now this calculation. Please see. Suppose if I take n is equal to 4, okay, then your left hand side becomes equal to 2 times c plus 2, c plus 4 and c plus 6. If we add them, so 4 times c into 2, 8 times c, it will be 2 plus 4, 6 plus 6, 12 into 2, 24. So this will be my left hand side. Now right hand side, if we calculate, it will be c plus 2c plus 4c plus 8c. and this will be 3 plus 4 7 plus 8 15c. Okay, now if I take the difference of right hand side with left hand side, it becomes 15 minus 8, that is 7c minus 24. Now if you remember, c was greater than or equal to 4, so we can see here that if c is greater than or equal to 4, so this left hand side minus right hand side is going to be always positive, because even if I use least value of c, it will be positive. Now for n is equal to 4, we have shown that right hand side is going to be more than the left hand side. Now if I focus on the fifth term on both sides, fifth term on LHS, it will be 2 into c plus 8, which is 2c plus 16. Similarly, fifth term on RHS, if we see, it will be 16c. Okay, now if you take the difference of these two, fifth term of RHS minus fifth term of LHS, it will be 16c minus 2c. So the difference here would be 16 minus 2c is 14c minus 16. And you can see, because c is greater than or equal to 4, it is not possible this difference to become 0 or negative. It has to be positive only, not even equal to 0, not even to equal to 0, it has to be greater than 0. So what conclusion we have made here, that if I take n is equal to 4, RHS is going to be greater than LHS, and if you take fifth term and take the difference, this difference of fifth term will be further positive. So for n is equal to 5, your RHS minus LHS will further be positive only. Similarly, for fifth term, sixth term, seventh term, we can show that RHS is going to be always greater than the LHS. So there is no question that these two sides become equal for n is equal to 4, 5 and other bigger number. So possibility here is only for n is equal to 1, 2 or 3. So let us see. So we have proved, so equality is possible for n equal to 1, 2 or 3. So if I take n is equal to 1, then your left hand side will be 2 times c, your right hand side will be c, which doesn't seems to be possible because c is positive. It gives us c is equal to 0. Okay, similarly, if I take n is equal to 2, then left hand side is 2 into c plus 2. Okay, and right hand side will be c plus 2c. So if we simplify this, we get c, 4c plus 4 on the left hand side is equal to 3c. This gives me c is equal to minus 4. Again, this is not acceptable because c has to be positive number. So we will be now considering n is equal to 3, and this is our last hope, and I think it should work. And if n is equal to 3, it will be 2 times c plus 2 plus c plus 4. On the right hand side, it will be c plus 2c plus 4c. So on the left hand side, it will be 6c plus I think 12, yeah, is equal to 7c. And this gives us c to be 12. So indeed we have got a value, and you can check c is a multiple of 4. So there is one value of n that is giving me a value of c. So what was our question? Let us see. It is asking that number of all possible values of c. They are asking number of all possible values of c for which this equality holds. So we can see there is only one value of c. Only one value of c. So answer should be 1. Let us see what answer was given. Yeah, answer is 1 only. So thank you so much. This was the solution of this question. I hope you liked this, and stay tuned for more questions in physics, chemistry and maths. Thank you. Bye.